Hey besties, if you're watching me right now and you struggle with making money, the reason you do not have money is because you are overcomplicating the process of making money. Making money is very easy and very sweet. Now, of course, there is work to be done, so don't think this is a video where I'll tell you there is no work to be done. But if you follow the advice I'll be giving you, you would know that it is easy. When we were younger, the usual narrative was you go to school, you graduate, you get a job, then you start making money. But the world has changed. That narrative is so 1990s. We are in 2025, and I can tell you clearly. In fact, I don't need to tell you, you know, it's so obvious that the world has changed. Times have changed. In this day and age, people make money through the most mundane things. Like people just blow up and they make good money. Now, for today, I want to address the average person, and by average person I mean maybe someone that does not even have any big or huge talent. You don't have any huge certificate, any huge training, you don't have a lot. I'm sure you've been told to take a lot of classes, do a lot of certificates, get this, get that before you make money. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, I'm a huge proponent of getting educated, getting a lot of skills. However, do not overcomplicate the process of making money. Making money is simple. It is you give value, you get money. That is it. The process of making money, you give value, you get money. For instance, I have a CV review service where I help people review their CVs. I give value, I get money. I review their CVs, they give me their money. If you are selling clothes, that is value. You give value, you get money. If you are creating videos, you are giving value, you are getting money. And value can be very relative because what I would consider value may not be what someone else would consider value. For instance, a comedian can be cracking jokes and I may consider that joke not funny. Someone else will consider that joke funny. Now, to that person that considers the joke funny, the person would most likely go to the concert or whatever occasion that the comedian creates because that is valuable to that person. Now, that person is indirectly giving money to the comedian who is giving value to that person. Do you get it? Exactly. The reason you're not making money is because you've trivialized the value that you have to offer. You don't think it is a big deal because you have that value. For instance, I met someone that was cross stitching, and that was my first time meeting someone that cross stitches, and it was like very novel to me. I was like, wow, how do you do it? And she was like, oh, it's very easy. It's very easy. It's very easy for you. It's not easy for me. Now, if I was interested in getting that knowledge, guess what? I'll be paying that person to learn cross stitching that came very natural to the person. Currently, I sew clothes. Now, sewing clothes is extremely easy for me. In like 1 hour, I can literally make a full-blown dress. And when I make some clothes, I see people say, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And before, I used to wonder, it's just a basic clothes. I have to start calling myself out and tell myself that, see, it is basic, it is simple for me because I've been doing it for over 10 years now. But to someone else that does not even have an idea how a dress is made, that person will consider it like, wow, this is amazing. And if that person wants to learn how to make clothes, guess who they would meet? Me. And if I'm charging for my service, they give me their money, I give them value. A lot of times we have that inclination to look at things outside ourselves. So you see someone that is into tech and all of a sudden, oh, tech. That's what will give you money. You see someone into maybe video production and you're like, yes, that's what will give you money. You keep looking outside yourself. You've not looked within. What is that thing you can effortlessly do without stress? If I give you this mic now, I give you this mic and I tell you, talk to me for 30 minutes without interruption about something, what is the first thing that would come to your mind? If you don't know, you can ask your friends. In fact, you don't even need to ask your friends. What is that thing that your friends come to meet you for advice or for help? That thing that comes very natural to you. You don't even need to do too much. You just naturally portray that. That could be a clue to where your money is. Because most times they are waiting for that big thing, that thing that will just shake them. Not everyone is created to have inventions. Not everyone is created to be the Mark Zuckerberg or be the Thomas Edison. Some people can actually make good money just from what they know. These things that you consider basic, they are basic to you. I saw this YouTuber, she has up to like 5 million subscribers. 5 million. And guess what she does? She teaches people how to speak English. And I remember the first day I bumped into her channel, I was like, teaching people how to speak English. In fact, let me explain. Our whole channel is hinged on how to speak English. And in my mind, I was like, ordinary English. Well, it's ordinary English to me because I'm from an English speaking country. I checked her comment section, and if you see comments, people saying, "Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. As someone that is not from an English speaking country, you've really saved my life. You've really helped me. You've really." That was when I realized that speaking English is not basic. It is a big deal. Now, there are people that are from non-English speaking countries and they want to speak English, and she's created value through that. In fact, there are people from English speaking countries that maybe they did not go to a good school, or maybe their parents did not speak English to them, or they spoke like broken English, not proper fluent English, and now they want to become better communicators in English. She's helping them. And guess what? They are giving her money. First through YouTube, through the YouTube views. Also, she has a course. It is not basic. Your skills are not basic. So you can cook, for instance. Stop thinking everyone can cook. Everyone cannot cook. And there are some people that can cook, but they do not enjoy cooking. You fill in the gap. If you don't want to produce cooked foods, you can teach people how to cook. You can teach moms how to cook. You can teach dads how to cook. For instance, let's say you are a first-time mom, you've given birth, yeah? Guess what? If I want to be a first-time mom, who would I come to meet? You. But you are there trivializing that. You can teach them a lot of things. There are things that people don't have experience in, they don't have knowledge in. You do. So why are you not monetizing it? And yet you stay and say you don't have money. The economy is bad. This one, that one, that one. Now, you may not even have all the millions, but I think in 2025, we cannot afford not to even have the basics. In fact, let me tell you, your skills, your experiences, what you have can actually not just feed you in terms of survival, but can give you an empire. But let's even focus on even the basics. If you can watch me, you obviously have data, you obviously have a phone. You obviously can make your life better in this year. Enough with the excuses. Enough. And I'm not saying that yes, everything is very easy, but I'm actually saying yes, it can be easy, because I don't really like this idea where people act like things are hard. That's such a high level of scarcity. When you feel life is hard, your life gets to be easy. I keep saying it, my life gets to be easy. You are not helpless. You are not hopeless. Because if I start telling you, hey, it's hard though, things are hard though, life is hard, life is helpless, guess what? You'll be feeling even way more helpless and hopeless. Victim mentality. And you will not make the money. Even when challenges happen along the way, it doesn't matter. You have a goal, which is to make the money. And see, when you make that money, it impacts your whole life. You will show up better. You will be a better parent, a better friend, a better sibling. If you're someone that loves to give to the church, for instance, you would have that money. And it's the works of your hands God is blessing. If there is nothing in your hands, what is God going to bless? Nothing, because there is nothing. And with the skills and experiences that you have, you can monetize in various ways. You can start teaching. You can create a course, you can have an ebook, you can have a podcast, you can even have an anonymous channel. But first, start. Stop overthinking all the processes. Some of us want to know the end from the beginning. That is not how it works. Sometimes you just have to take that first step. And before you know it, you get more ideas. Then you get more certificates if you deem fit. But the point is, just start. No one is stopping you except you. The mountain is you. Just start. And if you never start, you would never know how it could have worked out for you. I saw this TikTok video of a lady that said she started creating YouTube videos the same time Jackie Aina started creating her YouTube channel, but she stopped. Now Jackie is literally a legend. And you know the best thing about starting? When you start, it can even teach you what you're not meant to do. You start something and you realize that it's not for you. That's okay. You can start another thing. You do not need any huge certificates to make basic money. And for you to start, you have to be serious. Not the one that you start one day, the next day you leave it. You have to have that razor sharp focus. Show up in our faces. Show up. People that have my number know this. There is no day passing without me posting about my business. So you must buy clothes, or you must subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you must buy ebook, or come and do your CV, because I'm all up in their faces. Some of us consume too much, we don't even produce. And yet you say you do not have money. You cannot be that broke and not be willing to put in a lot to make the money. You don't have that luxury, you don't have that privilege. You don't have money. And yes, you're not doing all you can to have the money. Why? And even if you have the money, there is nothing wrong with having multiple sources of income. It helps you. No one can do shakara for you because you have a lot of money coming in from here and there. Sometimes if something happens to one part, for instance, let's say you have a 9 to 5 job, then you have a side income, and for whatever reason you get fired from your 9 to 5 job, or you even resign, maybe it's a toxic environment, you are not without like something to fall back on because you created that side income. And it's never too late to start. No field is oversaturated because there is just one you. So even if the field you want to go into, or the industry or whatever, there are a lot of people that are already doing it. There is no one that can do it as you can. You are missing, like we are missing you. And one thing I learned is there are a lot of souls tied to us. I'm very spiritual, so I believe in that. Like when you start fulfilling your destiny, do you know that you're indirectly giving other people permission to also fulfill their destiny? A lot of people will not tell you how much you inspire them, because generally it's bad news that sells. If you do one bad thing now, you will see millions of people that will tell you, oh, you're a bad person. But when you're doing good things, you will rarely get that validation you want. But there are a lot of people that are seeing you. You don't know how much people are seeing you until you do something bad. I'm telling you. That's why you know that, you're watching me, even though it doesn't really matter. But when you start, you give people permission to also start. Although I don't want to put that burden on you, because at the end of the day, it's your life. But do your best to start with what you have. And also, I believe in prayer. Pray about it. If you are going through a period of confusion where you don't even know what you're meant to do, just pray about it. Clarity will come. And start. Start with one. Keep going. Before you know it, you are a global phenomenon. Alright, my loves, I'm going to be linking up a video that I think would be very helpful following this video. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, check out the description box for that and all my services. So until I see you next time, my loves, stay blessed, remain happy, and